Miss Megan here with Land to Learn, and today I was just relaxing in my kitchen making one of my favorite snacks. Can you guess what it is? Nachos. As I was making my nachos and adding on the last little bit of cheese and jalapenos and beans on top of my tortilla chips, I was wondering to myself, where do all of these ingredients come from? I'm so thankful to have these ingredients at my house so that I can make one of my favorite snacks, but it's not like I can go outside and harvest cheese from the cheese tree, right? It's not like I can go outside and pull up a big delicious tortilla chip out of the ground. So how do these ingredients get onto my plate at my home? That's the question that we'll be exploring today together. Let's get started.
All of our food comes from farms. If you think about an ingredient on your plate, it didn't come straight from a grocery store. It was grown on a farm. A farmer tended the soil or raised an animal to create that raw product. There are many steps taken or a process to create that product. A farm process might involve growing, harvesting, washing, and packaging. Then it is transported, moved from the farm, maybe to a processing facility or factory to be turned into a product. From there, it is ready for distribution to the consumer, you, at a farm stand, grocery store, or farmer's market. This is called the food system. We can think about the food system to trace our nacho ingredients back to the farm. Tortilla chips are ingredients for our nachos. What are tortillas made of? Where did they come from? That's right, corn. Beans are our next ingredient. Let's visit a local farm in our food web to see how beans are grown and processed.
Esta máquina lo que hace es corta el frijol y lo cosecha, como se mira ahí. Es el frijol que viene ya en los nachos. This is the combine. This is for harvest the beans. They cut the beans and separate from the plants. Aquí tenemos la máquina que lo limpia, separa el frijol malo y del bueno. Todo el bueno es el que va a salir ahorita. Ese frijol nos sirve. Here is the cheese cleaner. This thing separates the beans from the weeds y bad beans. Este es el frijol bueno que se comen la gente en los nachos y eso. This is clean bean. Looks beautiful.
Cheese is our next nacho ingredient. Where does cheese come from?
These are the ladies. They're having their breakfast. Our cows are 100% grass-fed, which means in the summertime we pasture them. They get rotated on pasture, and we also make hay for them in the summer so they can eat it all winter long. And this is the barn where we milk the cows. So milk is our main product. And I'm going to show you our milk house, which is, as we're milking the cows, this is where the milk gets pumped for storage until we take it to the creamery to get turned into cheese. Okay, this is our milk house, and we're bottling some raw milk right now. So the raw milk goes straight to our farm store and gets sold there, but the bulk of the milk lives in here until my brother, who comes and picks it up to make cheese, grabs it. So these products are sold from our farm store, but we are also selling them wholesale to grocery stores and other farm markets throughout the region. So you'll be able to find our cow's milk at many different stores through the Hudson Valley. It's not just right here.
The ingredients in our salsa were grown on a vegetable farm. Do you see any vegetables you'd like to include on your nachos in this winter greenhouse?
So first, we've got spinach on its second cut. Next, we have baby braising mix that we're about to cut this week. We seeded it in January, along with lettuce mix, Rudolph radishes, and arugula. And to my left, we have recent transplants of bok choy, plus baby lettuce on its second cut, overwintered evergreen scallions that we're going to be harvesting this week, plus some beds that were recently harvested and that we're turning over, soon to be filled with lettuce.
Now, what about that squeeze of lime juice on our nachos? Can limes grow in our New York climate? Our friend Serena Squash took a trip to California to show us how citrus fruit grows.
So, this type of lemon tree is growing right now in January in California, which is pretty cool. It's very different in New York. So, let's see. I'm going to pick this lemon. You can check it out. This is going to be a part of our nachos.
Yeah.
Thank you, friends.
Wow, what a wild ride. Isn't it crazy that all the ingredients for nachos can all be traced back to a farm? Next time you're with your family eating a meal or a snack, see if you can work together as a team. Think through all of the ingredients and think about the process it took to get that food from the farms to your plate.
Here's an example of an activity you can try to figure out where your food came from. What about this sandwich? Where did my sandwich come from? Let's see if we can trace back the ingredients. Let's start with the bread. What is bread made of? Bread is made of flour. It's that powdery white stuff you may have used in baking. What is flour made of? Where does it come from? It comes from wheat seeds, which come from wheat plants that are grown on wheat farms. See if you can do this activity. Think of a food that you eat and trace back the ingredients to see where they come from. Do they come from a farm? Our food comes from farms, and farmers grow it. Who are farmers and gardeners? We met some in this video, and here are some famous farmers and gardeners. They're famous because they teach others how to grow food. They write books about food and farming. They fight for fairness in the food system. They grow food for their communities and to donate to those who can't always afford to buy it. They start programs to teach kids about food and gardening. So next time you eat, take a moment to say thank you, farmers. Thanks for learning with us today.